AFL Scandals, a topic that continues to find relevancy in our sport even today. To begin this video, I want to ask you all a question. What comes into your mind when I say AFL Scandals? Maybe it's the infamous Essendon doping scandal that ultimately destroyed a football club when 34 current and former Essendon players were banned for an entire season. Maybe it's the absurd training camp of Adelaide Crows following their grand final loss in 2017, leaving players broken, engendering a mass exodus of the club, and an absence of finals to this very day. Maybe it's Willie Rioli, who just a few years ago was banned for 2 years after allegedly tampering with a urine sample. Or maybe you're thinking even further back. The Melbourne tanking scandal was the first of its kind in our sport, which allegedly saw Melbourne intentionally losing matches near the end of the 2009 season so that it would receive a priority draft pick. Maybe you're thinking of one of the AFL's best players, and club legend Wayne Carrey, when he had an extramarital affair with teammate and vice-captain Anthony Stevens' wife that genuinely destroyed a potential club dynasty. These are all huge AFL scandals, but I'll tell you what you weren't thinking of. The 1945 reserves match between Geelong and St Kilda. In other words, the first AFL scandal.
It's the 1st of September 1945, the day before Japan are going to surrender to end World War II. The Cats and Saints senior teams are battling for the wooden spoon at Geelong. Meanwhile, their struggling second sides are to play at Ross Gregory Oval, near St Kilda's then headquarters at Junction Oval. The conditions are horrendous. Bucketing rain, the players not being able to see a single thing. The ball is hard to handle. It's a grubber, a low-scoring scrap, and the Saints are up by 1 late in the last. Suddenly, a Geelong player by the name of Tolman leaves the field with a serious ankle injury, and as Geelong had no 19th man, they bravely carry on with 17. The Cats are desperate, applying pressure and not giving up despite the flood storming. 30 seconds remain.
The Saints are going to send it into their forward 50, but McDermott marks for the Cats. McDermott, he doesn't have much time left. He sends the ball into the centre square, looking for anyone. Lewis! What a mark by the midfielder. What will Lewis do? The seconds keep ticking. Lewis finds Mitchell, who does a 360 turn. Not a great kick on his left foot. Who's going to run onto it? It will sit into the lap of Day, who's very fast. Day sends it into the 450 of the Kurtz Johnson. The centre half forward Johnson has a chance to win the game for the Cats. Seconds remain. Any score will do at Junction Oval. Johnson lines up. 55 metres out. It's not going to make the distance. Arnold! The 18-year-old boy from the country has a chance to win the game. And the siren sounds.
I was kicking into the breeze, about 70 yards out, up to my knees in water, and I couldn't even swim, Arnold said, reflecting on the moment. He takes a breath, and everything goes silent. He lines up, takes his 30 seconds, and lets it rip. He manages to get a monster point, creating one of the most thrilling draws in AFL Reserves history. Well, so you'd think. You see, the game never actually happened. It was supposed to happen. And this is what actually happened. It's the 1st of September 1945. the day before Japan are going to surrender to end World War II. It's Saturday morning. Both teams rock up to the ground to play in the final round of the season. A dead-set, cellar-dweller game of no consequence, after 3 days of bucketing rain and emotions, following one of the most awful wars ever. They arrive to find that the ground is awash, a genuine flood. No spectators have arrived, no league officials, no one, but the 40-odd players and the umpire, and no one was really that keen to play.
The two coaches got together, probably with the umpire too, and decided, bag of this, let's give it a miss. She was a non-event, but no harm done.
Alan Arnold, the 18-year-old match winner of the game that never happened, said. After a mutual agreement of, we can't be stuffed, the coaches took it to the umpire, who said he'd be happy as long as he got paid, and all the parties agreed to keep it quiet to avoid sanctioning by the league, as they all took a mutual stroll to the pub. And there you have it, the game that never happened. But why was it such a scandal? Because we didn't know that it didn't happen. You see, the Alan Arnold heroics was genuinely believed to be true for almost 70 years, as a Geelong advertiser reporter, who was probably given a lot of money, crafted a detailed imagined match report of what didn't happen on the 1st of September 1945. So there you go. This was the first AFL scandal. Something that one could not fathom to possibly happen today. And to finish, I want to answer the question that's definitely on everyone's mind. What happened to Alan Arnold? Well, his heroic fake game was ironically his last for the Cats, as he pursued his career ambition of becoming a wool-classer and continued to play local footy up until his mid-30s. Now, he's well into his 90s, and he reckons his legs have gone a bit, but he will always be a hero who kicked the point in the game that never happened.